Hi, we're going to be adding word embellishments to our journal today, and I'm going to show you all the different ways that you can do that. So there's so many amazing ways to do it, and we're going to first hunt up our words. So we're going to make our own word sentiments. You don't have to purchase any. We're going to make our own word sentiments to use in our junk journals, card making, paper crafting, fabric crafting, whatever we have made. So welcome back to Markets of Sunshine. This is Marsha. Hope everybody's having a great day and that you're staying safe wherever you are. And today is all about playing in our magazines and book pages and recipe books and wherever and greeting cards, wherever there's words, you can find what you need to put in your journals, on your cards. We're also going to be looking in our stamp collections. So I'm sure you are probably like me and you have a gazillion rubber stamps and clear stamps, acrylic stamps in your stash. Grab those, get those all out. Go grab all of your book pages and your magazines and get those all out. And recipe books, junk mail, just anywhere, like I said, wherever there's words, an old dictionary, an old encyclopedia, Reader's Digest, Time Life books, and go to your Goodwills and your libraries, and when they're having their sales and you can get books for $0.25, garage sales, anywhere like that, but just stay safe, wear your mask. I encourage mask wearing, and so social distancing, please be safe while you're out there. This is very serious going on here now, so we just want to stay safe. And so while we're in our houses and doing our part so that we don't spread it to anyone, and we don't come in contact with the virus, we want to just stay busy, stay focused, stay positive, stay creative, which all just relieves stress and helps us to stay happy. And making something for yourself or to give to someone else is the best way to be happy and to show love. So that's what I've made my goal for the rest of this time that we're having to deal with all this. And even once we get past it, which we will, I'm still going to continue on this. So I've made things for my friends. You've seen me make my happy mail journals and all that kind of thing. So that's the intros. If you would like to learn from me, I am just down to earth and maybe slow speaking compared to other people that you watch on other channels, but most of the time craft channels and DIY channels, you're not going to find the speed speakers. I don't even know what do you call that? There must be a name for it, but anyway. So because you need to be able to follow along, so that's the whole idea. So if you have your acrylic stamps, get your acrylic blocks out, get your stamps out. Numbers are just as important as our words. If you have alphabet stamps, so you could make your own words just using the alphabet letters. Practice on a page from a magazine that you're not going to be using, doesn't have any good words on it, maybe just a lot of pictures, and you don't need any of the pictures, and that's what I did here. So I took a page out of Mary Jane's Farm magazine, because I had a subscription in the past. I don't currently, but I had a subscription, and so I took one of the pages and didn't see anything on here that I really wanted to incorporate. So what I use this for is my blotter. So once I've used my stamp and made the word that I want, or the number, now I come on here and I just stamp until you don't see it anymore. So this is my blotter page. So you can use a book page, magazine page, junk mail envelopes, save all your junk mail stuff. Get your cardboard boxes, your cereal boxes, your pasta boxes, turn those into a blotter as well. Open them up and use the blank cardboard. Don't use the shiny, waxy, even though this is glossy, but it still works. But I would use the inside cardboard side is the side that I would want and to do. So get all your size acrylic stamps. So you're going to need all these acrylic stamps. You're going to need your blocks. You're going to need a glue stick. We're going to need scissors, paper scissors. You should have a paper pair and a fabric pair, and label them. Do not confuse them. We're going to need stencils, so get out your stencil, whatever words, flowers, textures. This is blocks and polka dots and chevron and all kinds of different patterns there. You want your ink. So you need, I'm using distressing ink colors. I'm using antique linen, vintage photo, walnut stain, and black soot. Okay, so you want those as your supplies. You will need some bubble pens. You will need some safety pins that don't have the little loop on the end, the little coil. So uncoiled safety pens. Paper clips. You will need paper clips. Any fabric sewing pens that have the little what do you call this thing? Pearl on the end. Okay, you can use some of these. So I'm going to show you how you can incorporate all of these elements into making your word sentiments. Okay, so we're going to need this. Get all this stuff out. And now I'll show you what I've done already. So here's my journal I'm working on, Faith Over Fear. This is my food diary, recipe book, food log, and for a rotation diet, weight loss, weight gain, whatever you're working on. Mine happens to be weight gain. Okay, so you have your word sentiment. You made a little dangle out of it using the bulb pen, so I'll show you how to do that. And your safety pin, and we're going to add a word sentiment over here. So you're going to need eyelets. You'll need an eyelet setter and some brads. Okay, so that's it. That's the gamut. And your little, what do you call this thing? The sponge dauber thing to ink up your papers. Okay, so that's it. Here's your eyelet setter. I use the We Are Memories Keeper. Okay. And maybe some stickers. We might throw some stickers in there as well. So here's the eyelet setter. And then eyelets, of course, like I said, and brads. Alright, so now that if you gather all your supplies, pause, go gather them up, and then we are going to start putting this all together. So here's some I've already made, and what I did was I stamped my words. These are all stamps. These are cut out of a recipe book. Cut them out of magazines. This one was cut out of the magazine, the Mary Jane Farm magazine. This was in there. So go page by page. If you see a quote, stop, cut it out. And once the book is, you purchase the book, somebody gave you the book, they purchased the book, wherever, it's yours to do whatever you want with it. So you can take it and put it in your projects, and you're not doing any copyright infringement. Okay, so get that out of the way. And putting eyelets, here's how I did one with putting eyelets in the corner, and then I can use it as a little dangle, or I can just glue it to the page. This one, I have a paper clip here, and this is just a decorative paper clip that I'd gotten that was in my stash, and put that on here. And then you can also put a little dangle bead thing hanging off of here. So I'll show you that in a future video. So today's video is all about doing our word sentiments. The next video is going to be about adding our little beads and embellishments and dangles to our little paper clips and our safety pins, the bead bulb pins, all that kind of thing. Alright, so stay tuned and come back for that video. Now, this is a time card, and I never have put a time card in any of my journals. So I got those out of my stash, and I said, okay, let's take this. So let me take this apart, and I'll show you what I've done. So here's a 2020 stamp on that one. Adventure awaits. Sunshine, you are amazing. thank you, and my day is better because of you. Okay. And then what I did is I just came in here with my brushed corduroy ink, and I first just sponged it all over. Then I came back in with my stencil, and I used the stencil here. And first I used the brushed corduroy and just stenciled in the flowers, and then I came back in with just white acrylic paint, and then I used the same stencil and I put it in here. So this flower's upside down, so you can do them any way. There's no right or wrong way I could put it on. Horizontally, vertically, upside down, it doesn't matter. And then the back will be left blank, and it will go into my journal. And I'll be putting pockets in here somewhere. And could put it, it's too much there. So let's see, I'm thinking maybe back over here. I could put a pocket page in here, put it in here, put a belly band here. So I might do that. Okay, so that's, and then I just didn't want to leave it like this. So I said, okay, what can I do with this? So now here's all the other ones that I've done. So I just put them in stacks. So hello, thank you. You can do incredible things. So it's, you is by itself, and then the can do incredible things is underneath of it. You are amazing. So I just have little stacks going on. Sunshine. And what I did is each of the 4 colors, I just stamped with each of the colors, and then that makes me up my set, you see. So you want to make them up in sets. Don't just get out and stamp one word at a time. All right, and then these are all done. They're already, these are going to be put onto the cardstock and inked up, so we'll do that. So, but just wanted to show you all this right now. Okay. So I hope I didn't just, oh, here's it. I was going to say, I don't want to get it mixed in with this set here. Okay. So we go like this. Now we're going to take our glue stick, and whatever brand you use is fine that you have found that works. I like the Scotch, and I have wax paper down to protect my surface. This is the beautiful wood that my husband put down for me. Okay, and then I'm just going to put it on here wherever I want. And if you noticed, I'm not inking these up at this point. They will get inked up, but they don't have to be inked now. You can ink them after you put them down. Alright, so let me put these back in place so I can see where it was that I had them. Okay, here. Alright, I think I'm missing one. Okay, Adventure Awaits. I know that one underneath the 2020. But I had something else between there and the UK. Let me see. What was it? Was it You Are Amazing? I think that's what it was. Okay. Just spacing them the way I like the look of it. Again, there's no right or wrong way. And I am trying to keep the, where I put the stamping and the stencil in. Those over there, so I can pull this over here. So give it a generous amount of the glue stick. You don't need to use liquid glue, but if you only have liquid glue, then you can use that. Use whatever you have on hand. So I am doing a do not spend on anything that I already have in my stash. And so I'm trying to use up what I already have. But at the same time, I am taking advantage of the sales that are going on now. So I'm adding some things into my stash, and I will show you that when they arrive. Now the inking begins. And I have to find my other daubers, and I put them somewhere, and got to find it because I didn't label. You see how it's just coming apart? So you got to take a day and look. We're going to be doing another video. I will be doing another video together with you, and it's going to be clean the craft room, and we're going to do a treasure hunt. I'm calling it a treasure hunt because we have treasures in our craft room that we have lost. These are lost treasures. So it will be a lost treasure craft hunt. Oh, whatever, however I wind up titling it, but that's what it's going to be. So it's going to be hunting for the lost treasures in the craft room, and I hope it will inspire you. And we're going to label everything once we find things, because what I do is I might have 10 of something and 1 of something else, or 2 of something and 5 of something else. And so the 1 thing gets put in with the 10 things, and then I don't label things, and so of course I think at the moment that, oh yeah, I'm going to remember where I put this, but I don't. And then when I need that 1 thing and I go back looking, there's just nowhere for it to be found because I have so many containers with things in it. And I know you have the same issue in your craft room if you are an avid crafter and have been crafting for years like I have. So stay tuned for that video. So the next video will be making things, embellishing with our beads to go into our junk journal. And the video after that will be the clean up and organize treasure hunt video. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and then you will not miss those 2 episodes. Okay, here at the Markets of Sunshine Craft Show video. Alright, there we go. So that's taken care of that. It's all ready. And now we can just pop it in the journal, and we're going to just pop it on a page, and then we'll be ready to make a pocket for it and use it for future. So now what we're going to do is this little stack here that I've already made up is going to be inked and glued. So the first step, step 1, is we're going to glue these all to the cardstock. Okay, so some of these are, maybe I've already done that. I may have done that last night. Yes, it does look like I did that last night. Okay, so these are already glued. We can skip that step. Alright, now's the fun, the inking. So the cardstock is easy to hold, and then you just go around the edges, ink it up, because it's stiff, you know. The book page is not, or the magazine page. So then you lay it down and use the side of your applicator, and then you just come in here at the edge of the paper, and it, again, don't get so picky about it. Just go with it. Just go with it. Crafting should be fun, not stressful. So don't add more stress to yourself because, oh, it wasn't inked perfectly. You know, so you want it to be just like nature. Nature is all shapes, all sizes, all colors, all textures within one plant. Okay, so just don't worry about it, just go with it. So this is what I've done here. So this side here. So then you can come back in if you say, okay, let's balance it out. Yeah, now I can come back in and balance it. So I have a little bit more ink here than here, and now that one is done. Very quick and easy, very simple. So this is, again, a really nice project to do while we're stuck inside. And down, if it's where we're at here in Florida today, it's raining. Started raining last night. It's been raining, and it got very cold again today. So when I put my hand on my sliding door window, oh my goodness, the glass was freezing. Not cool to the touch, but absolutely like I had just put it in the freezer. So I said, oh, it's gotten very cold out there today. All right. So wherever you are, then just get out your supplies and whatever you want to make. If you want to do this, then make you up a bunch of word sentiments. I needed word sentiments. I did not have, I have few stickers, very few with words. I have very few stickers, actually. I need to go through and actually organize just my stickers one day. So when I do the treasure hunt, we're going to organize stuff like that by what it is, because what I started off doing was by color. But that didn't go too well, because then, yeah, what if I need a sticker in a particular color or whatever? So now I got to go digging through all those. But if I have the stickers all in one container, then I can go back and just get the sticker container and go through that. And then if I want to organize the sticker container by color, I can do that. So once you've got it in one spot, then you can decide, well, how much do I want to break this down and organize it, you know? Am I going to macro organize it, or am I going to micro organize it? And it just depends on what it is. And I will be doing a 300 subscriber giveaway. We're at 213 subscribers, so thank you for subscribing, for letting me know that you like my channel, you like what you're seeing happening here, and I appreciate that very much, and I wholeheartedly appreciate every single one of you. So subscribe to the channel, and you will be able to be entered into that giveaway. Alright, let me move the light because it's about to blind me. Let's see, which way can I move it? Alright. Okay, there we go. So this is a four-step process. First you have to stamp it. Then you have to cut it out. Then you have to glue it to the cardstock. Then you ink it. So, but do it in each step. So first stamp everything. Then cut everything out. Then cut out your cardstock. What I did was I glued them to the cardstock and then cut them out. Then now we're inking it. So I can show you that step-by-step process here in a second. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory. This channel is for adults. Oh, goodness. And we are adults who are still kids because we love to play with paper and scissors and glue. And be creative and make beautiful things. And yes, I even still make things and give them to my mother. And I know how much she appreciates those. Because it was made with love. Because I love her. One thing you have to remember, though, when you're making these journals and Happy Mail and you're giving it to people who are not crafty people, they might know how to do a few little things, but, you know, it's not in their really nature for it. Put a little note in and give them ideas on and tell them what this is and how to use it. Because you would be surprised when they get it and they go, What am I going to do with this? What is this for? They really don't know. Like a notepad, because people now are using their phones and tablets and laptops and all that kind of thing, which I am not a digital calendar person or planner person. Everything needs to be paper. I need to have that in my hand, holding it, writing on it myself. I don't want to have to go turn something on to look at what I did or what I need to do. Okay, there's that. I want to just pick it up right there, open it up, and read it and write in it. "2020 was definitely a year of adventure. I like to think of things that happen to us in life as an adventure. Don't look at it as a catastrophe. Don't look at it as, this is the worst life, the worst year, the worst thing. Don't do that. Look at it as an adventure, and what do I learn about myself, and what did I learn about how to deal with a catastrophe? That's something I had to learn when I got Lyme disease. That was my first major health catastrophe. I mean, I'm talking coronavirus and Lyme disease are very, 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 very similar. The only difference is that Lyme disease, based on person to person, attacks you differently. So it could, wherever's your weakest point in your body, whatever's already the weakest point is what Lyme disease attacks. But Lyme disease gets in your bloodstream, your nervous system, your bone marrow, and then attacks all your organs and joints and all that kind of thing. Whereas coronavirus, when it gets into your system, it gets in there and it attacks your mucous membrane, so your sinuses and then your lungs, which I have had pneumonia many times since having Lyme disease. I already have asthma. So, but anyway, I don't want to get off on all that, but take it from me, take it from somebody who knows that when you have all these things happen, think of all those sayings. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Count your rainbows, not your thunderstorms. There's always a silver lining in every cloud. Okay? Or in every dark cloud. And there's always something to make and craft that can help get you through. And you've got friends and family and loved ones. And this is the time that everybody needs to be pulling together and sticking together and helping each other get through these hard times. I read my Bible every day. I pray every day, multiple times a day. Not just once, not just at meal times, but multiple times a day. We stick very close with our congregation and our Zoom meetings. We stick together and we maintain doing our activities that we did before coronavirus with our volunteer work in the community, mailing out letters to people and our neighbors, and helping people to learn how to cope with this situation based on Bible principles and based on what the Bible teaches about the future. So I have the privilege of helping someone now, and she's so thankful, so grateful. It's very encouraging to people. And so you may have received a letter in the mail from us, from someone in your area. Okay, now I want to take a piece of cardstock. So I want to show you, once you have your words stamped. All right, so let's let's stamp a word. Okay, let's do that. Let me just stamp something for you. So we're going to take our numbers. I'm going to take the darker ink so that you can, hoping this is, everybody's seeing this, because I tried making videos yesterday and it was just not working. So I hope I have it in the frame and that you're seeing it. Cut this in half. Find a piece of cardstock. Hopefully I still have a piece. I think I used a lot of it up last night. Let's see what I got tucked around over here. Otherwise I will have to find a piece hidden, hiding. What is this? No, that's my other template. I can't use that. That's not big enough. Alright. Hold on. Let me look right here. Okay, so I don't want, let's see, cream color. You want to get cream color, white. Okay. Now, just glue her up. Leave a little bit of a border. Okay. Now we can cut it out. You do not need to use your paper cutter. You can just use scissors.